Megan Fox has been a Hollywood target for years. Since leaving the Transformers franchise, people have been pretty nasty to her. Between being objectified in the industry, being labeled as difficult, and having misogynistic comments sent her way, Megan has faced her share of problems in Hollywood. Now, after taking a step back to see things from Megan's perspective, we're coming to the realization that Megan deserves an apology for everything. Today we're counting down the top 10 reasons why we owe Megan Fox an apology. What's going on, guys? I'm your host Bree Room and welcome back to I.O. Before we get started on today's list, don't forget to check out one of our playlists available to you lovelies, and also stick around until the end because I'll be reading out more of your comments. Number 10. We believed Michael Bay created her. For a long time, Transformers director Michael Bay had us believing that he was the reason Megan had a career. He, as well as Shia LaBeouf and other Transformers crew members, lived with the idea that Bay had plucked Megan from total obscurity. He basically prided himself on creating the Hollywood bombshell and marketing her to Hollywood in his films. And for a long time, we bought it. I mean, yeah, Transformers is considered to be Megan's breakout role, but she had been starring in other productions long before Michael Bay found her. Instead of believing that she got to where she was because of her talent, we went with the idea that Michael created her career. At 9, we didn't believe her struggle in the industry. For a long time, Megan vocalized her numerous struggles in the entertainment industry. She spoke out about being hypersexualized in the media, having her sexuality be used as a marketing tactic, and she even had a breakdown because of her image in the media. No one really caught on to how hurt she was by Hollywood, and most people seem to have brushed this off as her being difficult, but I'll get into that one later. Megan was really hurt by her own career, and no one believed that she was actually struggling, saying that she didn't want to be seen by anyone as a result. Do you realize how bad something has to be for a Hollywood actress to want to hide from the world? And on top of that, no one came to her defense because no one believed her. At number 8, Jennifer's Body box office failure. The 2009 horror movie Jennifer's Body tanked in the box office and many blamed Megan. When the movie first released, some critics were disappointed with the film's performances and many criticized Megan's acting in the film. For a long time, the film was seen as a disaster, but that's not exactly true. In an article published by BuzzFeed in 2018, they said that had the film come out now, it would have received praise. Why? Marketing. Back then, there were next to no female-led horror films, and the problem that Jennifer's Body had was that they didn't know how to market a movie that was frankly ahead of its time. Instead, they made the movie seem to be heavily sexualized by using Megan's body and sexual imagery to sell the movie. This is what led to the movie's failure at the box office, not her acting. And at 7, we believed that her career damage was her own fault. After Megan was let go from the Transformers franchise, her career didn't seem to pick up very quickly. Crew members went on record bashing the actress about how difficult she was to work with, how she was a horrible actress, as well as calling her trailer trash, insulting her intelligence, among other things. Since this came from people who worked with the actress and not public criticisms, Hollywood executives actually believed that this was true, and they didn't want to hire her. So many people believed that she was all those things, but didn't stop to think about the fact that all of this came out after she voiced how tough Michael Bay was on set. At 6, excluding her from the feminist community. Despite being sexualized in the media and being the victim of sexism, Megan wasn't really supported by the feminist community. Megan felt as though other feminists didn't want her as part of the community because of who she was. Being hypersexualized and having Hollywood shape her career around the male gaze made the feminist community hesitant to accept Megan. This is absolutely heartbreaking to think that even the people who fight against sexism saw Megan in this sort of light. At number 5, dismissing her talent. So many people have missed out on Megan's pure talent, I'm just gonna put that out there. It seems like Hollywood only wanted to praise Megan for her look and not her talent because she was never really given the praise that she deserved. From her comedic talent in films like This Is 40 and Friends with Kids to her more serious and dramatic roles, Megan is so freaking talented and no one has really picked up on that. And at 4, excluding her from the Me Too movement. Similar to how she's been dismissed by the feminist community, Megan has also been excluded from the #MeToo movement. Megan has said that from the beginning she felt like she was out in front of the Me Too movement and said that she was very vocal about the things that she's encountered and experienced in the film industry. At 3, misogynistic comments. So many women in Hollywood are asked some pretty stupid questions in interviews, one of the most common being, how will you continue to work as a mom? Since starting a family, Megan Fox has been asked this many times. Now, this point doesn't just warrant an apology for Megan, but also for every woman who's been asked that question. Obviously, you can still work on your career and be a mom at the same time. It's not like as soon as you have kids, it's game over. Now, Megan has also been asked some other sexist questions over the years, but one that really stuck with me is when a journalist asked Megan if there was any lingerie that she wore for her man. This is such an inappropriate question to ask someone, not only because it's insulting, but it's also no one's business. At 2, she was hypersexualized. Speaking of her career, Megan has been used as the sex appeal in films for basically her whole career. In her first film with Michael Bay, she was working as an extra and was being dressed in a bikini and heels and having her getting soaked under a waterfall. Mind you, she was only 15 at the time when this happened, already being sexualized in the industry at a young age. Finally, at number 1, her history with Michael Bay. Megan has been scrutinized and molded by Michael Bay so much that it cost her her career and image in the media. She's spoken out so many times about how she's been treated on set and given this label in Hollywood, all because of the way Michael portrayed her in the films. She's been called names, been the victim of sexual stereotypes, and really just been given a hard time since the beginning of her career. Megan was forced to be molded to Bay's vision, and this really affected her career, so now years later she's still trying to mold it back into her own image. Now, I know it's not just his fault that Megan's career turned out this way, but he did a lot of damage, and so I think that he specifically needs to apologize for Megan for the way things turned out. Now, I know a lot of people are gonna give me hell in the comments because I'm talking about feminism and sexism, so I'm gonna stop you right there. If you have a problem with feminism, fine, but don't come for me in the comments because it doesn't align with your personal beliefs. And with that, let's get into some comment shoutouts from top 5 most problematic TikTok stars. Eggless Aioli says, I have ADHD and never think before I speak, and somehow I've never accidentally said a slur I can't say. It's really not that hard. First of all, I love your handle, Eggless Aioli. Chef kiss, love that. Also, yeah, it's not that hard to not offend someone. Like, it takes a millisecond to think, is this gonna offend someone? Or, is this a racial slur? Or anything slur? Like, just, if it's bad, don't say it. It's not that hard. Deanna H says, I haven't checked TikTok out yet. Sounds like they're losing their minds over there though. Much love to you, girl. Thank you. Love to you too. Also, I recommend TikTok if you're there for like cat videos or like food videos. I personally, on my For You page, I don't see these TikTok stars. I don't see TikTok dances. Like, I've never seen Charli D'Amelio doing whatever on her page. But like, I'm there for food videos and comedy sketches and makeup. Like, it's fun if you're getting curated things for yourself. So if you like that, go check it out. Thanks for all your comments, guys, and thanks so much for watching the video too. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys next time.